Safecrackers is a small game with a fun concept that has provided years of entertainment. The contestant is given a 3-digit combination to a safe, and if the combination is correct, they open the safe and win 2 prizes, a small one worth under $1,000, and something much nicer. Contestants generally have a high chance of winning, and the game is always fun to watch, but yet it is tainted by one small flaw that I will discuss in this video. You don't need to find the right combination to access this list, because here I will unlock 5 fun facts about Safecrackers. Number 5. The Pink Panther theme. The game's original music cue, and one that I remember as a kid, was the theme of the Pink Panther by the legendary Henry Mancini. The highly recognizable song is perfect for playing over scenes that involve people sneaking around clumsily. However, unlike the theme of Cliffhangers, which The Price is Right I would assume has licensing rights to, the show decided to replace the Pink Panther theme with a similar track that is likely far less expensive. Prior to this era, TV shows played copyrighted music regularly. It's a big reason why shows like WKRP in Cincinnati were so hard to release on DVD later. Copyright protection arguably wasn't as strict as it is now. Number 4. The wheel is technically useless. When the contestant is finished selecting their combination to the safe, they spin a wheel before opening it. The wheel technically does nothing, but it does have 2 important purposes. Most importantly, it gives the stagehand enough time to unlock the safe from behind and get out of the way before it's open. It also makes for a nice little effect for the purposes of making the set look realistic, like an actual safe. So while it is really nothing more than a prop, it is still very useful, and the game would be lacking without it. Number 3. The refrigerator strikes back. On January 6, 1983, Holly was modeling a set of appliances when the refrigerator decided to unleash its fury on her. For whatever reason, the doors just would not stay closed on this refrigerator freezer. Considering that for the appliance to work, the doors have to seal shut, and that means there was a major flaw somewhere either in the design of the appliance or in the platform that it was placed on. Either way, Holly handled it like a true professional. Number 2. The zero factor. Safecrackers is overall enjoyable, but it does have one tiny flaw, and that is the game's zero factor. I have discussed a similar situation with 10 Chances, although nowhere near as egregious with this game. Since the 1980s, it is generally expected that the 3-digit combination will end in a 0, essentially giving the contestant a 50-50 chance of winning. Having said that, this is not a rule that is enforced. Not every contestant is going to be aware of this, and while the audience may yell at them fervently to not use the 0 in the middle of the price, it's not an official rule. It could theoretically show up in the middle. Either state that the answer will end in a 0 immediately, or get rid of the pattern altogether. That's my advice. Again, not as egregious as 10 Chances, but still worth mentioning because I hate unwritten rules. And the number 1 fun fact about Safecrackers: the game was expanded for a $1 million spectacular. I don't often discuss $1 million spectaculars, but this is quite the exception because for one night, Safecrackers was briefly turned into essentially the ultimate version of Temptation. It was played as normal with the big prize being a car, which is already awesome enough. But then if the contestant won, a second panel of dials were revealed. 5 dials on this panel represented the 5 digits of the car. If the contestant got the 5-digit combination correct, they won $1 million. The caveat is, it was all or nothing. The contestant had to wager the car to go for the $1 million. A tough choice for the contestant, but he chose to keep the car and not play for the $1 million. I would have done the same thing. The odds would certainly have not been in my favor.